Ich habe einen Gast da. Neben mir sitzt Patryk von den 11-Bit Studios. Hi, Patryk.
Hello.
We are talking English today.
Yeah.
Because you are from far away. 11-Bit Studios. Where are you from?
Warsaw, Poland. So not that far, actually.
Okay, not that far, but you have a big trip ahead of you.
Yes.
This is one of the first stations to present not your new game, but a new version of your old game, the console version of Frostpunk.
Yes. We are very excited for that.
Yeah, me too, because it's not been released yet.
Yeah.
It will be released
this summer.
This summer.
This summer. We are just wrapping things up, and we are very happy with the progress. We spent the last year tweaking the game and thinking about how to bring it to consoles in a proper way, actually, right?
Yeah, I can imagine that is not very easy because the control things is kind of a strategy game, and consoles are not made for strategy games.
Yeah,
right?
so that was the case. Our perception is that there is an audience and people want that kind of an experience. It's just the way you bring that experience to Xbox and PlayStation and whatnot, right? So we didn't want to prepare a port of sort. What we wanted to do, and it was like a challenge for us, but also a grand objective to rework everything from the ground up to make it the best experience possible on your console of choice.
Okay.
And so we redone the whole UI, the whole control scheme for you to feel that it is on par at least with the PC version. And I personally, not being responsible for the design of the game, I'm happy to say that I prefer playing Frostpunk right now with controller than with mouse and keyboard. Yeah.
So what are you responsible for in Frostpunk? And we can have a look in the game already if you don't mind.
I'm just the marketing minion in my team.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are cooperating closely and we are working closely at every step of the game. So I know the game inside out actually, and I'm a huge fan myself.
First thing that comes up here is the endless mode, which is a mode that arrived later, and this is already included in the console version.
Yeah. So on day one, the console version will include everything that is available on PC. So all the updates, all the expansions, new scenarios, endless mode, all of those things will be available for console players right away.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, is that true that there is an expansion pack planned?
Yes, we are working on a new expansion pack and it will come later this year. And in terms of the scale, it should be on par with the main scenario of the game. So we are getting a new Frostpunk within Frostpunk almost. And it will come to consoles as well. A bit later in comparison to the PC version, most probably, due to the certification processes and whatnot.
Yeah, we know that.
But it is going to be out there as well.
Okay, but that's not the topic for today. Today we're talking about the console version, which is coming for Xbox, as I can see over there.
Yes, we are playing as well? On Xbox and PlayStation as well.
How about the other platforms, Nintendo?
Right now we are focusing on those two consoles, and we are not thinking about anything else. But we are not saying no. It's just a matter of time, probably, and all the possibilities that are on the table.
Am I in the right menu? I'm starting a new.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for a survivor mode just now because it is a bit challenging. So just go down, press start, and you should be good to go.
Okay. I played it already.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some of the streams. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Actually, I did. I couldn't understand anything, but I did.
Okay.
The rulers of old, stripped.
So you know the intro, right? Actually, funny thing is I wrote it. So,
you wrote the intro?
Yeah, because we used it as one of the trailers for the game. Actually, it was the launch trailer as far as I remember, so I wrote the voiceovers and stuff.
Okay, but you didn't do the painting, or did you?
No. Unfortunately, I'm not that talented, but we do have some amazing guys. And the intro itself, it has been prepared by close friends of ours from a Deep Blue studio. It's a studio that is responsible for those trailers. Some of them that they do with us. They are responsible for those intros for additional scenarios as well. They are highly talented guys.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fitting as well. I think all those cutscenes, all those pictures, they pretty much fit well
Yeah, and the music is being done by Piotr Musiał. He's like a great composer who cooperates with us closely, and he did the whole music for Frostpunk, along with all of those things for those trailers and cutscenes.
Yeah. So you might know the intro already if you played it, but I let it running anyways.
Yeah,
because
it's a good
pretty
mood
nice,
setter, right?
Yeah.
It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step.
Maybe some people don't know, but this is not your first pretty awesome game you made.
Oh yeah, so thank you for that. Actually, I appreciate that. Yeah, we are responsible for This War of Mine.
Yeah.
Which was our previous game with a lot of success on the market, I have to say. Not the first one though, because we brought Anomaly prior to that, like the reverse tower defense games. It was like actually the first title of our studio.
Okay.
And we had few smaller games in between that. So some mobile games, but yeah, it was like when it comes to those like big milestones, it was Anomaly and few sequels to that, and This War of Mine, now Frostpunk. And right now, actually, we are working on our next big thing, but we cannot reveal that yet. But yeah, but we are pretty excited for this one as well. And we are publishing some games, helping other teams on the market to bring...
Are you publishing as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have published Moonlighter last year. A month actually after Frostpunk, and now we are about to publish Children of Morta by Dead Mage, and we are very happy and very excited about this one as well. Yeah.
So me too.
A lot of things to do.
Okay, the game has started and I'm playing around with the controls.
Yeah.
And left stick.
Yeah.
Just putting my camera where I want it.
Yeah, so as you can see right away, we've got like different things right now. You've got this pointer. Like radial pointer, and the fact that the game itself is based on this like radial concept, right? The whole city, but also all the menus. So it is easier to play with gamepad right now. And you've got, this is like a new menu that we have introduced to the game, and you can find everything you need within that menu. Now you have like launched the top-down view. You can choose it with your right trigger, as far as I remember. Switch from like your regular angle to the top-down view, so it would be easier for you to navigate and to build your buildings. Now holding your left trigger, you can get into the precision mode. So your buildings are stickier right now, and it is easier for you to place them in a proper way and in a proper position. And yeah, so because of that, I think that there is a lot of easy things to do and a lot of ways for you to cope with all of the things. Then if you want to choose something, you can either press A on Xbox, and then you can open that menu. But also you can use your right trigger right away and now what you can see is like a
quick
contextual
selection
menu and a quick selection, right?
Employ
so
max and none. All right, so what is that? Can I... Is
it's
that
coal pile. Yeah.
There it's written. All right.
Yeah. So I know that all of those texts are pretty small right now, but we have not optimized that yet. So you're going to be able to tweak that as a player. You're going to be able to choose the size of the font and whatnot.
All right. In the options, if I'm not that good with the eyes, I can make it double size. Oh, that's nice.
And I appreciate that, being like wearing glasses and whatnot. Yeah, it's easier for me to have like a bigger font. Actually.
Especially with all those 4K images nowadays. Yeah, I really love to increase the size of those letters.
That's gonna be available for you, obviously.
Okay, and so before I die, I guess right now I'm making no mistakes. I'm going for wood. I'm going for coal.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing like on PC, which is out since 1 year.
Yeah,
and my people are going out, gathering the stuff which I need, and trying to bring them through these harsh times, right?
Yeah, actually, what is also helpful, you can use your D-pad to control time, so you can either pause the game or fast forward.
Up or left?
You want to play
I see that. Okay.
And up allows you to instantly pause the game and then play it again, right?
Okay.
Left, right will
now
increase and decrease. Yeah. And
no, up is not Down is pausing,
down. Yeah,
up is
sorry.
unpausing.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
And then left, right is like increasing the time, the speed, and decreasing it.
Yeah. So I'm out of wood, and as I can see, 50 people on the lower screen are looking for shelter.
Yes. Also small discontent, high hope for now, because this is like the good beginning of a perfect tragedy.
Should I start my generator now?
Yeah, and you can do that using D-pad, left and right, or you can use your contextual menu. And
Okay.
Start it right away, however
So you
want
have
it.
both options. You can go the quick way, or you can go this
With
way.
all the details.
Whoops.
And in every menu, you can use your bumpers to get through from tab to tab.
Yeah,
right?
sure, yeah.
And then within those tabs, you can either use your thumbstick or you can use D-pad, depending on the option.
It's pretty intuitive, I must say.
Yeah, after a
not that
few
difficult.
minutes, you get
Yeah.
everything and you can just play the game. So that was the ambition of ours, to make the control scheme as transparent as possible, because we know that the game is challenging on its own. It is not the easiest game out there, but we want your regular gameplay to be challenging, not the way you cope with the game itself.
Okay.
That should be easy,
Yeah.
because you have to focus on your challenge as a leader. You have to build the city, you have to maintain the city, you have to shape your society, make all of those meaningful decisions. So you shouldn't be struggling with controls. You should be struggling with all the objectives that you have at hand as a leader of the last city on Earth.
Okay, so I got some more people which are not doing anything, but right now it's already so late. Wait, I missed the first day. That's not pretty good. Usually you have to be really quick.
Yeah, you're gonna manage.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so our first
big decision to make, right?
No roof over our heads.
Yeah, and the first quest of yours.
What
What is your regular choice? Do you provide everyone with shelter, or
No.
just some of them?
Some of them.
Yeah, it's
Which is
more reasonable.
due to the fact that sometimes people arrive,
Yeah.
and if they arrive in the moment when the quest ends, you are not fulfilling the quest. You know.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Every decision comes at a cost, right? So sometimes it is better to be harsh and unresponsive than to agree to everything and then not to deliver
Yes.
at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. They're pretty interesting decisions to make.
Yeah.
But I still need 5 more homes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because
I think
50
so.
people still haven't gotten roof over their heads.
Yeah. Another thing that we have introduced here is you can use X on your controller, and now you've got this menu that shows you where people are assigned. So if you want to find someone quickly, you can check this box, and then you can see where those people are actually assigned. So, you've got 15 people here, 15 here, and 15 here. So if you want to acquire some workers and redirect them to different places, it is the easy way to find them, because you cannot use your mouse to hover over anything. So this is like the compensation for that. D-pad probably, or it's one choice only. So it's thank you. So you have to
okay, it's one choice only.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're seeing buildings being built, and I still need someone to collect steel somewhere.
And some
I
wood
think.
probably, because if you want to build anything else, if I were you, I would go for a workshop just to develop some new technologies.
Yes, I should do
Also
that.
to be able to assign some engineers to what they are good at, meaning working on new technologies. Then in the same menu, meaning this command hub, you've got this book of laws, which is pretty important because it allows you, upper left corner. And now click A to confirm. And here you've got all of the options that matter in terms of laws and customs of your people, right? So here is where you can sign a child labor or save, extreme, emergency shift, and all of those things that people can know from the PC version of the game.
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's not all off. It's only the half, because you get even more later on.
Not to spoil too much, but yeah, there are some surprises waiting around the corner. No, don't worry about it. I mean, we are happy with people like exploring the game however they want to, right? So,
I like this for the beginning.
Yeah, fighting arena. Yeah, you are like focused on entertainment and bringing those things to your people. And the interesting part here is actually that all of those laws that are available in Frostpunk are based on real laws that were true for British society in the 19th century.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we have made this like really deep research regarding all of those things, and we have like took all of those influences, all of those inspirations from 19th century London-based society, I would say. So child labor, unfortunately, was the thing, but it was the thing in the 19th century. And adding sawdust to your meals, that was also true. Okay. So all of those things, come from real life. Even though Frostpunk is an alternative history-based game, all of those things happened at one point. Obviously, the context is different, and the steampunkish vibe is also something that is somewhat sci-fi slash artificial, but there are a lot of things that come from real life, I would say.
I didn't know that, but I really like it because it fits into the game. It's not too crazy. All those things, now that I know that those really happened, now it makes sense. But I'm pretty poor right now because I'm wasting so much time. It's the second day already. We don't have anything. And
You do have something.
Not really. I actually, I can't find the workshop. If you could help me.
Sure. It's another tab. You have to switch to the tech tab, and you've got workshop here on the... but you don't have enough wood to build it.
All right.
So you need some more wood. If you want your people to work overnight, you should introduce a new law of emergency shift, which is situated in a book of laws. Or you can wait until the morning if you want to keep your discontent low, because people obviously won't like the fact that they have to work longer hours, right? And still you have to wait until you can introduce a new law, because you have introduced one already. So complex decisions, complex things to do, but this is what the game is about. It is not always about min-maxing. It is about thinking about what is right for your society to grow, what is right for your society to survive, basically, right? So, and this is what we are happy especially about in terms of Frostpunk, that this city building layer is only a foundation for you to think about your people, think about your society, and which direction push your society into, I would say.
Actually, I just remember that I usually, in the beginning, allow those kids to work as well, because in the beginning
unfortunately that's helpful. I mean,
it's very helpful. Unfortunately, you're right.
And again, here, because there are no good and bad decisions in Frostpunk, it is just your way of coping with those extreme conditions. So when you sign the child labor law, you can see that your people are not happy about it, but they actually understand that it may help your society to grow.
Yeah.
And because of that, your discontent rises after that decision, but your hope stays reasonably high at the same time. So those two factors are like separate, and you can increase both of them or decrease both of them, and it depends on many decisions that you make along the way. So it is not like an obvious Excel sheet that you can optimize. Sometimes you can do that, but usually it is much more complex. It is more about, you can click on your people as well and see some information about them, right? Each and every person has some hopes and some like perks and stats, and you can get to know each and every one of them if that is something that is of your interest. At the same time, the longer you play, the bigger your city gets, the less you can focus on particular members of your society, and you have to think on a bigger scale, because this is what the game is about. Like, and in comparison, it was something that was truly interesting for us, because this War of Mine, our previous game, was very much about a small group of people. So here we wanted to cope with like a bigger scale problem. So here we wanted you to, at first, focus on your people, but then focus on a society as such. Because if you were a leader of you are building a road right now, right? So
yeah, I'm just checking.
Yeah, sure.
It's the same, like
it's
nothing
it's
new
same.
here.
It's nothing new in terms of all the mechanics, but the way you can cope with those mechanics differ quite a bit, right? So
yeah, but it's not easy to make it kind of. It's pretty complex, this game. I mean, you don't have much buttons, but you have many decisions, many options. You can do many things, and you can do all those things at the same time sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty. You did pretty well putting all those controls in your hand, and you just need this radial menu to build, to do your book of laws, and to have a look at your economy. We didn't do that already.
Tabs at the top and everything else.
It's all pretty intuitive. I sometimes am pretty stupid if things are not intuitive and I don't get it, but this one...
I'm the same way, don't worry about it. Yeah, and the thing is that we're gonna have like a full tutorial that will introduce each and every feature for you as a player. It is being turned off right now for the matter of just preview because it would like disrupt the flow of the preview. But the final version will have a tutorial for you to learn everything you need. Obviously, we won't hold your hand all the time because Frostpunk is a game about you learning your strategy and finding the best strategy for you, but it shouldn't be a problem for you to understand like each and every feature at the end of the day. So yeah, tutorial will be a part of the experience.
Okay, so I gave the order to build the workshop, which is constructed right now.
Yeah.
And if it's done...
Yeah, you can assign your engineers here, right?
Yeah, it's pretty important because it's like... Obviously. How do you call it? This is... how do you call it in other games if you discover new technologies?
I have an idea, actually.
No, it's not science, it is...
Research?
Research.
Oh, obviously.
Thank you.
Obviously, no worries.
Yeah.
So
I don't have guys.
You don't have any engineers. So you
I
can
use your
use
new
your
menu.
Yeah. Check your engineers. They are here actually in this. They are working on this pile. So you can decrease the number of engineers. You're gonna need 5 of them at the beginning only. So you can assign them here.
Like this or like this?
Or like this, min-maxing. And then you can choose a technology of your choice. Again, to add new research, you have to get down, press A, and then you can get to the whole tree of research, right? The technology tree.
But I guess it's as well here? Yeah.
All right. The tech tree is here as well. So like multiple ways of access.
Sure. Oh, okay, and this is why I love this game so much. No, it's not. It's real because you have achieved to make every technology, everything you can research here. I want that. There's nothing that I don't like, and there's no way which is the best.
Yeah.
It's all
also
up
you
to
cannot
your
do everything in one playthrough, right? So you have to make those choices.
Yeah.
And if you want to get to know everything, you've got multiple playthroughs ahead of you, just to tweak those things and to find things that are the best suited ones for your way of playing the game.
I'm going for the beacon.
Oh, obviously, yeah, it's a great choice at the beginning because it allows you to peek outside of the crater and explore the surroundings.
Okay, so my 5 engineers inside of here are reading some books about beacons and how to get out of here.
Probably they are.
Actually, I always wondered, how do they get out of here? Because it looks like a pretty steep wall.
Oh, there is one of the trailers about it actually that we have produced. And they are like climbing. Yeah, and they are building later into the game. You can see that they are building those constructions that are going up along the wall, and then they are using that to get from outside of the crater.
Okay, so different things I can build and which I should build.
Oh, sure. Cookhouse to provide your people with food.
Yes.
And then you've got, obviously, because there are those connections between buildings and those like chains of things that you should do. So if you want to provide your people with some food, you need hunter's hut, which will train your hunters and they will go outside and hunt for some food. They will bring some meat. Then you should build cook house, and you can process your food there. Obviously, your people can eat raw food, but it is not efficient.
Yeah, they don't like it.
So and they do not like it. So a cook house allows you to process the food and to make it more efficient and to make it better for your people. But then if you don't have enough food, you can introduce new law allowing your people to add sawdust to your food, which is not healthy, but it is filling. Or you can add some water to your soup to have more food with the same amount of ingredients. So again, for every problem, you've got a range of solutions, and every solution comes at a cost. So there are some pros and some cons to each and every one of them. And this is why it is a challenging game, but also an interesting one, because you have to think about it. You have to think there is no right decision, there is no right strategy, there is no right path. There is only a path of your choice, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Sure, kind of. You can still make big mistakes and stupid decisions.
Obviously, and I usually
do that. This is not one of those games where it's obvious to take this choice.
Yeah, and the thing is that with every scenario, because you've got, like, in the base game, you've got this mine scenario of yours, which is called A New Home, but then you've got the builder scenario, and then you've got something that we have introduced in one of the updates, like the expansions pack. It is called the Fall of Winter Home, and actually it is a spin-off telling you something about a grand discovery of yours from the main scenario. Again, I do not want to get into the details because I want our players to find it out on their own. But basically, with every scenario, you've got a new problem to tackle. In one of them, you've got like a small city and a lot of immigrants coming to your city, and you have to cope with how to help them, how to accommodate them. In the other one, you have to focus on technology and automatization. Is that the right word? In Fall of Winter Home, for example, you've got a big city, but very unstable one, and you have to try to keep it alive as long as possible for your people to survive and to escape the city. So with each scenario having the same features and the same mechanics, you have to have a different approach and different strategy to tackle a particular problem that you encounter.
My second technology usually is faster gathering, because this makes sense in the beginning the most.
Sure.
And
I usually go with Steam hubs at first, because I like to create this network of Steam hubs distributing heat across the crater, right?
Interesting, because I use those Steam hubs in the end. This is one of the last things I use.
Sure.
And it's interesting that the creator of the game is doing it completely differently. But I'm still going with my faster gathering because I really fucked it up in the beginning. And you know what I really like about because you were talking about those decisions and your resources. Yeah. There's one thing I really like, and that's the thing that in the beginning your people are a very, very important resource. If you don't have any people, then you don't have any people doing work. No production, no gathering, and you need those people to be productive. But this shifts in the end if the game progresses. In the end, especially in this refugee scenario, those people get too much, which were scarce in the beginning, then are a burden for you, and you don't know how to feed them, and they are too much, but you still want to bring them through this winter, and this is something which is very important, I think, and makes the game more entertaining. If you don't you only have like 3 main resources. You have coal, wood, and steel, and you still have a very complex system. And you don't. I mean, there are so many big games. Like, I don't want to bring any examples. I mean, they only put more resources, and the game gets bigger, but it's not making the game better.
Yeah, it is not about that. Frostpunk is about first and foremost it is about your society, and everything else that is available in the game has been implemented here for you to feel the weight and the importance of your society and the way you cope with your society. You've got your Steam hub built.
Yeah, I really suck because in the beginning it was so interesting what you were talking about, but because I played the game, I know that you have to be very efficient in the beginning because it bites you in the end if you aren't.
Yeah, sure it does.
And so as I said, I fucked it up. I'm not that good. I have some resources, but I'm already at day 3, and if you can see on the timeline, it's getting even colder.
Yeah,
but no problem today because our time is over. I just wanted to have a look at how the controls are working.
Yeah.
And I can ensure our viewers that they are pretty good. I mean, how can't they? They are actually complex, but they aren't that much.
Yeah.
I mean, if I've seen it before, the radial menu is not that new. It's perfect for those kind of games. I think Command & Conquer got it. Supreme Commander got these radial menus. It's perfect for strategy games. Frostpunk is a game of that of that kind, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to have a look at that.
The pleasure is all mine. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to have the opportunity to play this on my couch and not in my room where I have my PC. And you said it will be. There's not a definite release date yet.
No, not yet, because we have to get through the certification process first.
Yeah.
Just to be ready to announce an exact date. But it will happen this summer.
And you already have a price point?
Not yet, but it shouldn't be pricier than what one expects. So you know the price point of the PC version, and it should come close.
Okay, and if I'm playing on those super new Xboxes with 4K possibility, is this game using that?
Yeah, we are trying to use every opportunity to bring you the best experience possible. So it will use everything it has. It is a pretty demanding game. You can see right now that it plays pretty well on Xbox. And we are happy with the way we are handling that. We are still about to optimize something to get even more from those machines, but we should be good at the end.
Okay, so did I get that right? It is coming in 4K? Is that?
No, I think it's gonna be HD for now.
HD for now, alright. Okay, ihr habt's mitgekriegt. Das war ziemlich interessante Nummer. Ich meine, vielleicht habt ihr mich auch schon mal spielen sehen, Frostpunk. Ich liebe dieses Spiel. Ich danke meinem Gast, dass er da war, den weiten Weg auf sich genommen hat aus Polen von den 11-Bit Studios. Und ich wünsche Ihnen auf jeden Fall noch viel Glück mit Ihren weiteren Projekten, falls ihr es verstanden habt. Ich meine, ansonsten hättet ihr nicht bis zum Ende nicht dran geblieben. Dann habt ihr mitgekriegt, dass da noch einiges im Paddo kommt. Expansion Pack haben sie am Start nach der Konsolen-Version im Sommer. Und dann hat er gesagt, noch ein neues Projekt. Und was das ist, das haben wir demnächst auch im Programm. Und das nennt sich Can I name your next project already?
The code name is Project 8.
Project 8.
Yeah.
All right. Das lassen wir es so mysteriös, aber danke nochmal. Thank you very much for being here, for showing me the game. Good luck for not only Frostpunk, for everything you're doing in the future. I love your games, and I'm pretty much looking forward for more to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.